Good morning. I'm sure I look like crap. Oh man. Well, it had to happen. Thunderstorms all night long. It's going to be 100% chance of rain all day today. And the lightning, I think, is supposed to ease up at about 8 o'clock and then kick back up again at about 12. So I'm not going to ride in the lightning. I'm not hearing any lightning right now, so hopefully I'm within that 4-hour window of no lightning. It's down to a light sprinkle. I can handle that. So just a quick look at where I stayed last night. Harts Creek Conservation Area. And this was just about, less than a mile northwest of Hartsburg. There's no campsites or anything, it's just woods. But that's okay, I'm pretty comfortable out in the woods. I'm more comfortable here than I would have been in town. But anyway, it's time to get on the road. Oh, mercy. This wasn't here yesterday coming in. I've got to get across, this is the only way out. And it's a 100% rain day, 100% chance. This is only going to get worse. So I have no choice but to get across. Oh man, trying to do its best to pull my bike away from me. Mercy. Mercy, mercy. You look at my panniers and old flip-flops on the back and you can see what a slog it's been all day. I've had to stop 2 or 3 times using my water bottles to wash my drivetrain out. The front and rear derailleurs just getting clogged up and all the mud and the grit and everything. But we still made it this far with no mechanicals whatsoever, so that's a good thing. Because as I'm into day 3, I've never mentioned it, but y'all might have noticed, I'm riding my 26-inch Gary Fisher. I've made a few slight changes to it, but after this series of videos of riding the Katy Trail is over, I'm going to do a little follow-up video and tell you why I'm riding an older 26-inch bicycle on this trail. According to the weather, I got a short window before the thunderstorms start back up again. I'll tell you what, my butt's already tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. That was one heck of a thunderstorm. I didn't have my tent pitched all the way down to the ground. I had it pitched normal pitch. Had rain blowing up inside the tent, so I'm trying to take this opportunity to dry everything out while I can. And the sun's already gone, but I got a good wind blowing. And I've got about 30 miles in so far. I got about another 24 to go. So you get this stuff dried out and get back on the road. Well, I made it to a town called Herman, about 2 miles off of the Katy Trail at McKittrick. And I'm in a city park. And this city park, everything around here is just drenched from all the rain that we've had, but that's okay. I'll find a grassy spot, set my tent up. In the meantime, I've worked my tail off today. And between crossing that creek this morning and awake all night from the lightning storm, lightning was crazy. My butt's wore out, and I think I only did like 54 miles maybe, something like that. Anyway, I found a grocery store, got a squash, got a bell pepper, and I've got some more pasta sides, chicken and broccoli. I want to dice all this up, put it in the pot, cook me up a big, nice, warm supper, hot supper, get the tent set up, and I'm going to crash for the night. Wow, it's been a day. Good morning from Herman, Missouri. It's in the 50s this morning. Back home in Texas, I won't see 50s until late fall. So this is a treat. It really is. Well, I've got some instant oatmeal cooked up. I'm on my third cup of coffee, and it's going to taste good this morning. I'm going to get a little breakfast in me. And today, you can see it's sunshine. We had a little bit of rain last night, nothing bad, nothing like the thunderstorms before. And of course, y'all didn't get to see all that because I wasn't getting my camera out and all. It was nasty, mush, grit, everything you could throw at you. But today's going to be a really good day. And today's going to be a relatively short day too. I only need to do about 42, 43 miles to my next campsite. Here at Herman, the city park, it was $15 to camp, but they have hot showers. So after all the crap I was covered in yesterday, $15 was well worth that hot shower. Anyway, I'm going to eat a little breakfast, finish up my coffee, get packed up, and we'll get back out on the road today. After all the thunderstorms yesterday, my old drivetrain got kind of dried out. A little squeaky by the time I got into Herman last night. Well, I've had a slow, leisure morning, and I feel like I deserved every bit of it. Man, this has been great. I had a good night's rest, good hot shower last night, but now I'm all packed up, and we're ready to ride the 2 miles back to the Katy Trail. I'm flip-flopping today. I think I ruined my shoes yesterday. They're in pretty sad condition. But anyway, I'm fixing to head that way, so let's get on the trail. Well, Herman sure looks like a nice little town. Past one coffee shop. I would stop and have some, but I've already had 3. Headed up over the Missouri River. Big Muddy, they nicknamed it. Feels good to get back out on the trail this morning, especially with a little sunshine after yesterday. It's going to be a good day. Probably up into the mid-60s by now. Lots of shade. You couldn't ask for anything better. Quite often you'll come across these caution rough surface signs they've got on the Katy Trail. And this trail is so smooth, I just want you to take a quick look at what's considered rough trail or rough surface. I just hit 200 miles. Yes, and I'm feeling good. Now, that's not 200 trail miles. That 200 includes getting off trail to some of the campsites, getting off trail to grocery store. But anyway, 200, and I'm absolutely loving it. This is an example of all the trail markers when you come into these communities that have services available. It's really nice. Coming into the community of Augusta. Time to get us a little break. A lot of people are on a guided tour where everything's provided for them. We're going to stop in, not at the hostel, but at the kickstand. Bike rental, repairs, cold drinks, snacks, and merchandise, and we're looking for a cold drink. Here's what I picked up. Fruit punch Gatorade and an old snap dill pickle. That ought to taste really good together, huh? Hey, you'll do anything when you're out on the trail with this many miles. I never showed this before, but a lot of these kiosks along the trail have got these bike stands where you can hang your seat up over the top of this, get it up off the ground with a selection of tools and bike pumps. So they've got a lot of these. Coming into Matson, Missouri. Getting pretty close to the end of today's ride. Maybe stop and take one more break. I'm no hurry. Missouri's done such a good job of sharing their history with different plaques, signs, kiosks, and everything else. And this is pretty cool. Talks about Daniel Boone. My sister did our family tree and found out that we were related to Daniel Boone way back. But I told her don't get excited with what the population of America was back then. Probably half the people in America are related to Daniel Boone somehow. All right, we're in Defiance, Missouri. Who's birthday?
Call the back country.
Hey! What the hell? What?